Hey everybody, it's Dr. Eric Balcowicz. We're back for another edition of Thyroid Thursday, and today we're talking about the 12 reasons people struggle to get well, but more importantly, why they struggle to stay well. And number 9 is that people oftentimes want to do some things temporarily to improve their health and well-being, and then go back to the old habits, the old lifestyle that actually created the problems to begin with. And that's just a recipe for disaster, because if you're poor lifestyle choices and a lot of emotional stress, disrupted sleep, disrupted breathing, lack of physical activity, poor nutrition created a chronic health issue, whether it's a thyroid issue, an adrenal issue, a gut issue, high blood pressure, anxiety, whatever your issues were. If you go back to the same lifestyle that created it, why wouldn't those same problems come back? And so it's kind of a common theme. Sometimes we put them on a whole food, maybe an anti-inflammatory style diet, and they're like, this is boring. I want to be able to eat the things I love and enjoy, which are often unhealthy foods. And so they're sometimes confused as to, well, I went through this whole anti-inflammatory diet thing, and now it's been 6 months and I've reintroduced all the old foods I used to consume, and I have the GI problem back again. Well, of course you will. If your diet has poor nutrition to it and it's full of inflammatory foods, and you go back to eating those things again, why wouldn't the same things come back? So what we want people to do is to be constantly working on improving their level of fitness in different categories. And Dr. Kelly and I talk about that in the book, in part 3 of our book, The Thyroid Debacle. We talk about improving your level of fitness, your level of health, in what we call the fitness factors. And some of those fitness factors are in your nutrition, your nutritional fitness, your sleep fitness, your respiratory fitness, your physical fitness, your emotional or mental fitness. And you can add things like your financial fitness, but environmental fitness. So there's lots of different aspects of our life that we can look at and say, okay, what do I need to do to improve my level of health and fitness in that category? Because these are the things that ultimately cause us to be chronically healthy and unwell. Many times we're looking for the one thing that caused me to develop hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's or adrenal fatigue. And it's not one thing, it's the load. It's excessive amount of stress over time. Maybe not one big thing that created the problem, but just the accumulation of poor habits, poor behaviors, poor nutrition, disrupted sleep, poor breathing, but accumulation of doing those things poorly over time that causes to have this chronic cell stress, cell danger physiology, chronic inflammatory state going on. And so what we want you to do to get healthy aren't things that you stop doing once you would get to your goal. Those are things that you should continue to do. From a nutrition standpoint, people don't like doing a whole food diet often if their diet is used to being more processed, high sugar, high carb, type foods. And so they're like, well, I don't like eating plants and vegetables and meat all the time. I want to go back to eating things that are easy to make and taste really good. Well, you can do that, but don't expect to be oftentimes have a higher state of health. Hey, I know I got into this routine of working out every day and it did help me get healthier, but I don't like working out, so I don't want to do this on a regular basis. Okay, well, you don't have to, but then you shouldn't expect a higher level of overall health and well-being. If you don't exercise, it's going to have negative consequences. So one of the big things that you'd have to consider if you want to get well and stay well is you're never done. You're constantly working on improving your level of health and fitness. We're all getting older. So if you're not constantly working on improving your level of health and fitness, improving your habits, your body's going to be fighting against Mother Time, and we're going to be starting to break down and deteriorate. So, number 9 is that one of the number 9 reason why people struggle to get well or stay well is they think these things that we're asking you to do to get healthier are things that you can stop doing once you get to your goals. Don't stop doing these things. These are things that you want to do and do consistently, day in, day out. Make these things habits. Make eating healthy, eating whole food, a regular aspect of your daily life. It's not something you do temporarily, it's just something you do naturally. Getting to bed early in the evening instead of staying up late at night. Getting up early in the morning, getting early morning sunshine and exposure. Just working on meditation, working on proper breathing exercises. Do these things on a consistent basis, and not only will they help you get healthy and get well, but they'll help you maintain a higher state of health and wellness and fitness. All right? Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, put them below wherever you watch the video. Take care.